You're not gonna tempt me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Steven.
And my name is Mixie, and we are back and better than ever for episode 5 of Temptation Island, Temptation Haven. Bad name. Love the Temptation Haven, though. Love
Temptation
it.
Haven was hot.
It was
so
perfect.
Hot. It was exactly what we need. And then again, by the end of episode 6, which we're going to continue to talking about if you're listening to this long version on audio, if you're watching us on YouTube, what's up? It will just be this episode. You don't have episode 6 next. But yeah, the Haven's great. By the end of episode 6, they're like, get the Haven out of here. And I'm like, perfect. It did what it was exactly supposed to do.
Yes.
It served its purpose, and
Yes.
we've moved on from it. It's not just hanging out in the yard forever, taking up space.
Exactly. It was absolutely perfect. I also love that they put it in and all the singles didn't know what the hell it was. It was fantastic. It was a perfect execution. I am loving this change that Netflix brought to it. We need to get into episode 5. But before we do, Steven, I got a text from my mother today because in real life time of when we're recording this, episodes 1, 2, and 3 just dropped as we are recording.
Yes.
My mother texted me, and I'm going to read it directly. She said, "One request, omit the F word from your podcast with praying hands." So, Mom, this one's for you. Fuck.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Love you so much. Thanks for listening.
I thought Mama Mix didn't know where to find said podcast.
I also thought Mama Mix didn't know how to find said podcast. That was on purpose. Looks like Mama Mix
boy.
found said podcast.
Oh, boy.
Thanks for the support.
Oh, boy.
I said I'll try my
boy.
best. I'm not gonna.
No. Listen, if we have to try to muzzle Mixie here, we just shut the whole operation down.
You cannot muzzle the Mix.
No. Can't cuck her and can't muzzle her.
Uncuckable, unmuzzleable. I will yap and I will say whatever the fuck I want.
Hey, there's our girl. We love it so much. Wow, what a great side to start.
I had to give a shout out, and also I feel like other people don't like that I cuss. I'm sorry. This is just who I am.
Yeah, it's you know it, you love it. You can't get like half a mix without getting full. You can't just take the part that you like and be like, I don't like the cursing.
I'm in a JoJo Siwa shirt. What do you want from me?
I'm shocked that it's been a minute and a half of us yapping and the JoJo Siwa shirt did not come up in the conversation yet.
So good. I mean, Karma's a bitch. I love her so much. She's terrible. It's awesome.
You know what? That's a real heady play for this episode of Temptation Island. The Karma's a bitch. Like, I mean, listen, we're giving you breakdowns on every level, even subliminal stuff like Mix's shirt.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
just subliminal takes.
And
here we go.
It starts right off with, hey, Big Lots, Karma's a bitch. I loved Ashley's reaction to this makeout. We ended on the cliffhanger episode 4 of Ashley seeing the makeout and the shower sex.
Oof.
And she popped off. I just feel like she saw the light finally. That's like the final thing she needed. And it was exhilarating to watch somebody like realize their worth in real time of what we were watching. It was beautiful. I was so happy for her. And I'm just sitting there screaming, go home and put Mohawk in that fucking tent. Just don't even say anything. Walk in, take his hand, take Mohawk to the tent. That's all I wanted.
Well, it's not we got a version of that. I don't think it's the version that you were hoping for, but I appreciate you being like her, like I'm trying to think, like you're kind of like you're kind of being like her producer in a way, like, hey, this is what I would like you to do. This would be great for your storyline right now.
Sure, I would say I'm more being a pimp for her.
Yes,
but yeah, however you would like to describe that works for me.
And you know who would not be upset about this statement? Mohawk.
Mohawk wants it. But Mohawk is like a good guy. You know, he's not gonna push it. In his little short shorts, he's gonna do whatever this girl asked for because he's a good little baby. He's a 22 little baby, and he's so good, and I love him.
I don't think I have enough information to know that Mohawk
I don't
slash
care. I
mustache
get a
is
vibe,
is
and I'm
good
just
boy.
going to ride the vibe. I'm riding the vibe, Steven.
Okay, all right. Right away in the vibes. Yeah, she said she was relieved. You know what I love about this is they did not show him playing the guitar next day saying like, yeah, that was a mistake. They left that out, which was great, by the way.
Oh, as they should. It was an incredible edit. It was incredible what they decided. The cut that they gave her, it was perfect. And it was exactly what she needed. Pop off Ashley. Get the fuck away from Big Lots.
Yeah, we're on to Taylor's time. Absolutely broken. This woman is broken.
Ugh, we went from such a high with Ashley to such a low with Taylor. When they showed her that clip and when he said it the first time, I couldn't believe he said it. And then for them, I knew they were going to show it to her. But for him to sit there and say that his relationship with her is over and her face, and then Mark, I don't think I've ever seen Mark, I think that they cut it. I can't imagine he sat there and just let her speak the way that she did and he didn't get up and give her a hug or something. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was it was a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. I come to this
100%.
show to be entertained and to have a good laugh and to make fun of people in a fun way without making them feel like shit. Again, if you're listening to this and you happen to be on the show and you think we're making fun of you, it's for funsies. This
Unless
is not
you're
like,
Big Lots, I am.
Okay, except for Big Lots, apparently. Whatever. This is what we. Oh. Hey, didn't get that in the audio version. That's fine. It's fine. Listen, this poor girl broken. And you could tell this was just like a seed of everything. And then everything came out. It's like the Mentos going in the Diet Coke. And boom, here it all comes out. And you know what, girl? We've all been there.
Absolutely. We all have.
Been there.
It was just so raw and real. And Mark saying you might feel broken, but you are not broken. I was just like, dude, I can't cry right now. I'm watching Temptation Island. You know what I mean?
I don't need this, okay?
I mean, bars, don't get me wrong. Man is spitting facts. But, God, and then for her to just, double down and, you don't know me. Ugh.
I wanted to hug the TV. Then I felt like that would be
Same.
really weird. It's like, am I going to hug the TV? That's kind of weird. That's too much. You know what I mean? I wanted to, DM as us and be like, it's like, nah, she's good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So, tough bonfire. And when they started that, I was like, how is Ashley going third? Like, her man's railing somebody in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And then we get to her, and it's like, oh, okay. They knew she was going to have an absolute meltdown. They just knew.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're great at the order that they pick.
Yeah.
It's genius, really. Incredibly done. They find out about the Temptation Haven. Again, I am sitting there screaming, please, just go and take Mohawk there. And then we switch over to the men's bonfire.
Men's time. Yeah.
And I was so excited because all I wanted was for them to show Taylor saying he has bitch tendencies. And boy, did it hit.
It did not disappoint.
It did not disappoint. Oh my
ma'am.
God, was it amazing. And
ma'am.
He stuttered a little and he was so taken aback. It was just beautiful.
Mixie, I would like to use this time now to try to reenactment using my professional acting skills from my acting classes here in Los Angeles to try to recreate how Tyler said it. If you could play the end of that, or you could be Mr. Markey Mark and say, how do you feel about that?
Okay,
and then we'll try to
you,
go.
got you.
Okay, so let's take a moment. Let's take a moment.
Tyler, how did that clip make you feel?
I mean, I'm not sure what she means about my bitch tendencies. Yeah, I don't know what she could be referring to, honestly, Mark. It's bitch tendencies. Did I say it right? Is that what she said, guys?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
that's what she
you
said.
all heard it? Okay, yeah.
In fact, she doubled down on it.
End scene. He said it so thoughtfully. He's like, I'm not sure what she means by my bitch. He's really being like, what are my bitch tendencies? What are they?
I would argue the way that he reacted to a clip of him being talked about having bitch tendencies kind of solidified him having bitch tendencies.
Okay, what would the reaction be?
If he didn't have bitch tendencies?
Well, if she made up bitch tendencies, how would he prove he does not have bitch tendencies if what you're saying is how he responded proves the bitch tendencies? To go the other way?
Standing up for himself.
Be like, I have bitch tendencies?
Yes.
Bitch,
like,
please.
Are you fucking kidding me? I have bitch tendencies. I've done X, Y, Z. I'm a fucking man. I mean, literally
I don't remember
anything
you
other
saying I had bitch tendencies as I was railing you the night before
remember when
we
I
got
was
in here.
behind you 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
You never had a problem with those bitch tendencies. Anything.
Anything. Yeah, you're
Other
right.
than
Yeah.
what he said?
Yeah. Remember when you were calling out my name like 48 hours ago before we left and you cried in my arms and I said I got you? Let's not play the fact that I'm totally in another relationship already at this point, but I didn't have bitch tendencies when I was giving you the business.
I don't know. I think Trendy Tyler kind of I just think he's a soft boy and some people are into that. I feel like Taylor isn't. And her almost talking through that in that clip kind of helped her realize that.
I do as well. However, based off what she said in the last episode, where she said like, oh, like he's like overconfident and he does all this, he's saying all the right things, like that's a red flag. Well, miss, you might have to pick. You might have to pick.
I agree with you on that. It's
which
either
version you
bitch
want.
tendencies or that. I don't disagree.
And then now in this one, you're starting to go for Yemen, and like that's the exact opposite swing. And funny enough, as I'm watching this episode, I'm getting ads for T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
He's in it.
I was going to say that too.
He's in it. He's in it.
We have to find the clip of it. It's crazy. He popped up and I was like.
Well, he was on another show. So
he was?
That explains it. Yes. He was on another show. He was one of those people that I was, when I was following everybody, I was like, oh, he is on another show. I'm trying to pull it up right now. Let's see.
It was so funny to me because the T-Mobile ad has like palm trees in it too. And I was just like, this is too ironic.
It's too on the nose, right?
Yeah.
I forget which one it was, but yeah, he was definitely on another show before this. So
good for him. Get that bag, my guy.
Get that bag. You know, do your thing. Yeah, absolutely hilarious. We move on to Big Lots. He's actually amped about what he sees and ends his talk saying something like, maybe I should just be done with this. And like our guy Breebury is like, yeah, I think you should. I know you won't think that, but I think you should be at this point because you have already basically moved on. But then you're sitting here like being emotional about it. So I don't know what you.
He's so wishy-washy. Also, he said at one point, he said, she's so fixated on my mistakes and that's not who I am. You're the one that made the mistakes. I don't understand. I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, sure, you make a mistake, you rectify it, but clearly there's issues here. And he's even said previously that like she quote loved it when he would make her jealous and stuff. That's not a mistake. That's who you are at that point. You know what I mean? Then to just be like, oh, she's so fixated on my mistakes. It's the person you are. It's not your mistakes. That's totally different.
I think I just want to say this because I know there's probably a lot of people listening to this who probably don't see themselves in the way that a lot of these people on the show see themselves. A lot of us watching this show or listening and doing these things don't see themselves as one of these like hot body people. I know we're all hotties. I mean, let's be honest.
Obviously, we're hotties.
Obviously. But you probably don't see yourself in the same role that these people play in. And so I'm going to say if you're Big Lots and you can basically get anything you want sexually, it kind of seems like he can pick up girls left and right. Then there's a certain point that if this has always happened to you, there's, again, no consequences for anything. Because at that age, you consider winning as like, oh, this girl wants to fuck me and I can fuck her. So I don't really have to fix anything about myself. I'll just like let this one go and pick up another one and let this one go and pick up another one. Until you kind of find something you're like, oh, that's ooh, I want to be better for that one. But that doesn't usually happen for a while. So, it's okay, Big Lots. It's okay.
Is it?
Okay. Mark explains the Haven to the boys. And Big Lots responds, oh, Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm going to use it. I didn't want that there. Tyler, on the other hand, is like, he literally has his tongue out. There was a shot of him he was like, I'm going to use that.
It tasted good in his ears.
Yes. He's like, what's that? Oh, there's no cameras in there?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
I knew as soon as they got home it was gonna light up. I knew it.
I like the fact that Mark was like, there's no cameras in there, but the audio is still running. But there's no cameras in there. You can take that mic pack off, but don't you think we did not hide microphones in that place? You think you're going to go in, turn your mic pack off, and we didn't put a couple microphones in there? We got microphones in the pillow, my guy.
Well, I mean, they're playing with people that really haven't been in this world, Yeah. And honestly, they're capitalizing on it. If it was me or you in that Haven, we're tearing that place up, down, and sideways to make sure there isn't shit in there.
Where's that extra microphone? I know you got 2 in here in case I find the first one. And they're like, I got it. No. No. Where are the hides? Where could you put this? That it could be wired. Let's not be back.
I couldn't agree more. The girls come back from Bonfire. Mohawk has flowers.
Okay. Mohawk did not get flowers.
I don't care. Shut up. It doesn't matter. I love him.
Mohawk was given flowers by a producer.
I don't care.
And said, hey, how about you give these to Ashley? Because she's going to come back and she's going to pronounce to you, because we told her to do that in the car, to say, hey, you have 2 single bitches coming back. After she says that, not before, after she says that, I would like you to present her for the flowers. Do you get it, Mohawk? And he's like, I just do with the baby. I don't understand. Okay, well, she come back, and then you go, oh, here you go. Here flowers.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
Here go flowers. And he goes, okay, I got it now. I
give flowers. Okay.
I give flowers. And she comes in and she says it, and he doesn't do it. And the producer's like, now. I go, oh, hey, I gave you flowers.
No. He did it himself out of respect and like.
The 2 young baby pups must be in heaven hearing this, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
She has to explain to the baby pups, he was on a date, and then the next clip is they're fucking in the shower. And you see the baby pups they go, oh. And they're smiling because 2 reasons. 1, I might bang. And 2, another of my brothers banged. And just from guy to guy, you have to give respect. You're like,
it was a mental high five,
to Big Lots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, hey, high five to me and you.
I think that they're more high fiving Big Lots because he finally released her.
Listen, it's a high five all the way around. It's for multiple reasons. You released her. You literally got released in the shower. I think they were like in the shower.
Nice.
Nice. Hey, in the shower, my guy.
In the shower. Yeah.
I bet you was steamy. My guy, dap me up, bro. Fuck yeah.
Oh, probably, but they were in short shorts and nothing matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the flowers that he definitely got because they're allowed to leave the house.
And
it's so, listen, I love it, but I also hate it because Ashley, I know you're listening. Ashley, you did not think this man got you the flowers, right? You're like, okay, production gave him the flowers. They're not
who cares?
Mustache is not going, hey.
It's Mohawk. He doesn't have a mustache, which again,
hey, do you mind?
It's a thing for me.
Hey, may I leave to go buy her flowers outside in the market? I'm like, no, we'll get them for you. Don't worry about it.
He might have asked. You don't know. Mohawk, let us know. He also catches the dub, getting asked on the date in front of the other pup. Incredible.
Just a heartbreaking moment for the other pup.
Don't care. Mohawk
heartbreaking
gets the dub.
2 episodes. Heartbreaking 2 episodes for the other pup, who was originally in the lead if I remember correctly.
I think he got the original head start, but you can't sleep on Mohawk. He got the flowers. He got the flowers.
Can you imagine?
Did you see anybody else get the flowers? No. What we are being fed is what happened.
If we talked to Ashley later, she was like, yeah, the turning point was when he gave me the flowers. I'd be like, well.
Let me tell you something.
Did Mohawk go give production like a $100 bill to be like, hey, thanks for that. I appreciate that. You know?
He might have. He seems sweet. You don't know that.
You don't know that.
You kind of know that. But you don't know that. You don't say that, and you don't know that.
Okay. Our guy Bree, moving on. Our guy Bree, in the next 2 episodes, says some of the wildest things I've ever heard on television in my entire life.
With his chest, too. Like
full chest.
Fully.
Full chest. And then the end of next episode, Big Lots apparently was told from production what he said. And he said, hold my beer. And then he tries to one-up everything, right?
We're jumping ahead, Steven. We're on episode 5.
But I'm teasing ahead for those who are like, maybe I'll turn it off now. No, you don't turn it off now.
Steven.
Bree says, I really like the idea of marriage and having kids and the white picket fences. But, I'm really intrigued by that poly lifestyle.
This man is the king of contradictions.
Sir.
Insane.
Sir.
Insane. And his girlfriend is back at home, laying in bed, reading a Bible and journaling.
Sir, what is going on? What is going on?
Okay, so many things to unpack in this situation. Yes, we are talking about the threesome right now.
Okay.
First off, there is a fucking place where there are no cameras. And this guy says, I don't care about that. I'm going to fuck him in a place where there is cameras. And not only is there cameras in his bathroom, which we don't see, which is a whole
disrespectful.
other thing. A whole other thing. Not only is that a thing, the way that those 2 girls went into that bathroom and he stood in the doorway of that bathroom checking all of the cameras in the bedroom. Checking all of them. I love that they didn't cut it, man. He was just standing there looking, then looked at a different one for a minute, then looked back, then looked at a different one. And I'm just like, he's got to cover him with like a t-shirt or something. I'm waiting for him to do that. And he goes, nah, and just goes in and shuts the door. Crazy move.
Part of me thinks he was looking to be like, okay, the lights are off in this room. If I look into the lens, can I tell that these are night vision cameras? Like, is there like 2 little lights that will like show me? And then he like looks at the one in the bathroom. Is like, yeah, I got it on there. But am I going to miss this opportunity for the threesome?
Absolutely not. He's not.
No. And then the noise and the words used during Nixie's eyes, if you're listening on audio, this is why you should be watching on YouTube.
Steven.
Some of the stuff that was said, I feel uncomfortable saying out loud because I know Mom LaFranc is listening to this.
Quite frankly, I don't think we should get into the weeds of it. The clapping alone.
Saying to the girls,
I don't even think I want to hear. Can I just take my headphones out?
You can take your earphones out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You let me know when you're done explaining it, because quite frankly, I can't hear you as a friend say this stuff. Okay, go.
Mom, I'm really sorry, but for journalistic purposes, he said, I like to watch before I go.
I'm so glad that you informed everybody.
He said, I like to watch before I go.
Quite frankly, we watch softcore porn on Netflix.
I was like, Bree. And then, after what seemed like an eternity, which, again, thank you, Netflix, they cut to the next day. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, did they show them coming out of the bathroom,
yes,
right?
They show them. They show them coming out of the bathroom. Alex, fully naked. And Bree realizes the sun is up and the birds are chirping. So they were in there for a while. And
But
then,
also, this is after a bonfire. Let's just recall, after a bonfire, and we know these bonfires go late. So they come back.
yes.
And so it's probably already like 2:30 or 3 by
Absolutely.
this time. And then
Absolutely.
they have a little drink and they're hanging out and they're like, okay, let's.
They started fucking like 4:35.
And the
then,
girls went in there with a plan. Does it not seem like that to you?
Oh, 100%. They
Okay.
said they did. They were
Yeah.
like, we're going to get him to break.
Yeah.
Because they knew he was going to break.
Wild.
Maybe I'm just like an emotional girly pop.
Okay.
But if I just spent however many hours in a shower bathroom situation having a threesome, which, by the way, mother, I would never do.
No, she wouldn't do it.
But if I did, and then I got out of said bathroom, and the guy I just did that with just gets into bed. And I'm expected to just leave. Just walk out and leave.
Well, they serve their purpose for him. And they know that. They know that. They know that. Listen,
and I'm not
they're
judging,
listening and they
but
know.
I no judgment. You do
No.
you, girl boo boo.
Yeah.
But
You got a great ass. Congratulations.
fantastic. And thank you, Netflix, for showing it to us.
Ugh, beautiful.
But to do all of that and to not even get like a little cuddle after.
No, that's not what he's about. That's not what they're about, too.
Oh, trust me, he doesn't want to be emotional.
Right.
Because he
wakes up the next day.
we're gonna go in on Bree right now. We're skipping ahead a little, but I don't care. The next day, he picks a completely different girl from the two girls that he just had a threesome with, and he specifically states the reason for doing this is to not be emotional.
Yes. Huh? What was that?
Because he doesn't want to be emotional. I guess in his mind, the whole reason that they came, which Shantae is not aware of,
No.
is for him to fuck a bunch of people.
Yes.
According to him, as long as he's not emotionally involved in it with anyone, everything's fine.
He even said,
And she's so chill and cool about it.
he said the next morning, I didn't wake up with regret.
Oh my God.
Okay. And then he continued, again, wild thing to say. I don't think this cut. I didn't wake up with regret. And then he continued saying, I still think I'm respecting Shantae at the end of the day. So, either you're lying, or what I started to think in the moment, Mix, I'm going to be honest with you, because we didn't see inside the room. He cucked himself.
No chance. First off, he's been telling everyone he had a threesome. Second off, the clapping.
Well,
The clapping.
well.
This man is going around telling everyone that he did this.
Yeah, but there's no proof that he didn't. He could say that. The girls are going to say, yeah, we all showered together.
I don't think that.
But that was my first thought. My first thought, he's going, I can
that'll-
still say that, but he wasn't going to say, hey, I cucked myself. I just watched and I took care of business in the corner, and maybe I got slightly involved, but
No chance.
I didn't go all the way.
No chance. No chance. If he had done that, he would have said that.
Oh, yeah, he probably would have, yeah.
Because it's a better look for him
Yeah.
than trying to brag about this. Also, plus he was on the date with, what's her name? Angel?
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about, she was 20 questioning him. She was like, okay, so you're really religious, but you want to be polyamorous?
Love her.
Oh, amazing.
Love
and I'm
her.
just sitting there yeah, answer the fucking question. And he just danced around it. He's like, oh, I don't judge people. Everybody approaches religion differently.
It sounds like a perfect excuse when you want to make excuses for yourself and your religion is being brought into question, which doesn't seem to happen at all in today's society. But that's okay. We'll move on from any political discussion to keep going on. Here's what I wanted to go back to. When they get back to the house, let's see, Big Lots and Natalie go to the Haven, but not before Kay and Tyler went to the Haven. They literally went back to like, this is ours. And the lights go off immediately. And first of all, I remember last year the globe in the room went off. This is a whole Netflix special.
Oh, yeah. It's the whole goddamn house, and it keeps going off.
For those of you not in production, to outfit this house with lights that will do that is not a cheap spend.
And also for a button, too. Like, it's not like a switch or something. It is an off-site button.
It is a gigantic setup to also have the regular lights that make this a TV show happening. But then we're going to install special lights that will all work together to do this. So it's not just like one big light. It's outside. It's inside. It's literally in the other women's bedrooms, which is
diabolical.
You think you can go to the other room? You think you can go to bed and you're not going to get woken up by like the thing from 2001: A Space Odyssey?
A red fucking light. And it also doesn't just like turn on and then turn off. It is boom, boom, boom.
Blomp, blomp. It sounds like the aliens from War of the Worlds. And I'm just like, oh, they're going to come eat me. It's blomp, blomp. I'm like, oh, my life's over.
You know what would be really funny as well? Because as we said, Tyler and Kay go in there, they kiss.
Yeah.
But if it was when Big Lots and Natalie were in there and every time he thrusts, the light turned off and then on, how funny would that have been? Maybe it was.
I mean,
we don't know.
Not for our girl Ashley. We don't.
No, but I mean, come on. It's
absolutely
at this point,
hysterical.
she's over it. So I no longer, I'm like, you go, girl.
It's just amazing the production that went into that. And it's like, oh, we could have one light. It's like, how about we like shoot a light out to sea? So if there's a boat going by in Hawaii 3,000 miles away, they can also see it on the other coast. They can see it in like Japan. That's how bright these lights were. Fantastic. Also great call, making it Netflix red. Beautifully well done. Well done.
I just want to note again, for the record, for everyone's brain.
Yeah.
Bonfire happened. 3 out of the 4 men
Yes.
went home. 2 of them had sex. 1 of them kissed a girl. All 3 of them crossed the quote boundaries that were set with their girlfriends.
And oddly enough, the one group that did not have a boundary is the one group not doing fuck all.
Lion went home and went to bed.
I think Lion might regret this at the end of the day.
Maybe, but I still stand by he wanted to do something, but none of these girls were interested.
Oh, that's very potential. But I also think maybe he was looking for something. Maybe, as we said in one of the other episodes, he was hoping eyebrows slipped up and you could be like, I'm back in.
Maybe, but you have to think right now, who would he sleep with?
Well, we don't know because I still swear to God we haven't seen 8 of these women. There's something that we'll mention in the next episode. I'm like, where did this woman come from? We're just letting random women into the villa? Security.
Every time they show the whole group of women, and I don't feel this way about the men. The guys at the girls' villa, every time I see them, I'm like, okay, I've seen you before. I might not entirely remember your name. I have personal nicknames for you that I haven't said out loud, but I at least recognize your face.
Yes.
It's crazy how many women are at that house that I've never seen before in my life.
I'm also like, is this like, are you the same person? Do you just have a full face on right now and you don't other times? Like,
bring back Reba.
I swear there's like 25 women in that other villa.
I miss Reba. I want Reba back.
Reba.
She would have crushed.
God damn it, Reba. Maybe we can get Reba on a different show. Let's get her on a different show.
Perfect match.
Let's move on. The ladies' villa. Can we pour one out for our guy Gio, the Italian flag guy, for being friend zoned so hard by eyebrows? It's honestly completely disrespectful. And the fact that that was shown at the next bonfire is diabolical.
Again, you're jumping ahead, but yes.
I know, but it's connected.
It is connected, but I agree. Although he gives major like friends with benefits vibes.
Okay.
I feel like, again, if Lion did something, Eyebrows would hook up with Gio.
I think Eyebrows would hook up with whoever's the first one at the door when she comes back.
Gio. I feel like out of all of these guys that are there, he's the most, because she kicked that one guy that was actually interested in her.
Oh, that's true.
So I would say Gio.
Yeah. Well, we do have more dates lined up. In classic Temptation Island fashion, we had a fishing date, we had a horse riding date, we had a sexy massage date. And for the people that production is fed up with and don't think is going to do jack shit, we're going to give you a cold plunge and you can sit on the back of a pickup truck and look at the sky.
Yeah.
So note to self, if you're going to be on Temptation Island in the future, if you want cool, sexy dates.
Yeah. Give them something to talk about.
Yeah. Make them think you're going to bang.
Yep.
Okay. Advice from the number one. Advice from the number one. I love it. And again, there's 8 people. They do what? Probably like 5 dates throughout the course of this season.
It's a lot.
We can't possibly do 40 dates. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. But to go from like sexy massage and like horse riding to like a cold plunge, which I'm pretty sure is the one we had last year, very different. Wasn't there also like a coffee date where they're making coffee? They're doing like coffee beans and shit?
I think so. To be honest with you, fully zoned out during every single one of these dates except for Mohawk. Let's go, Mohawk. Mohawk and Ashley got the sensual embodiment. My guy stays winning. He can't lose.
What a great come up for Mohawk, Sass Mustache. What a great. It's like he just founded plutonium. Like he just like walked into it. He thought he was out at the beginning. He's like, yeah, that's okay. I'll still be here. I'll get my profile up. Girls will slide when I get back. I'm just doing the baby. I'll go back to college. Everybody will love me. I'll be the hot guy from the show.
Yep.
I'll maybe get some tiny tattoos like my other friend who's got a bunch of tiny tattoos. And then he just shows up, and it's like the sexy touching one, which brilliantly played by production. Like,
Perfect. Having her
like-
sit on his lap.
oh, they're like these couple are going on this date.
Yep.
This couple's going this one, but
Loved
we're
every
doing this one.
fucking second of it.
And our girl Ashley realizes what it is, and she's like, "You want me to do what? Where am I supposed to sit?"
She's like, I've been single for a day.
She's like, I think she was kind of like looking around, like, I thought you guys were my friends. I thought you guys were my friends. This is
would
what you're
argue
making me do.
That's a good friend right there.
Yeah, you would argue that in this situation.
Oh, God, I love Mohawk so much. I fucking
We
love
got it.
Mohawk, call me. So I don't know what else happened, to be honest with you. I didn't write down any notes for any of these other dates. Did anything happen of noteworthy
I
value?
just thought it was great that like this date was basically like what the idea of the tent should have been.
Yep.
You know, and they're just doing it out in public, and it was like this is like almost seemed worse than watching what's his name bang in the bathroom, Big Lots bang in the bathroom. I'm like, this is intense. Just
Well, that's
her
what
like
I was
right
gonna
over
say.
his ear. Woo.
I think
Woo.
they were double fisting in either A, she gets into it and she's into Mohawk and this leads to something later.
Right.
Or B, we
They
at
show
least
this.
have shots of her
Yeah.
being very close to a man.
And they kind of hide what that is and not
Exactly.
that it was on a date.
Exactly. I think it was like a double dip of like, if this doesn't work, at least we have clips to show Big Lots to see if he'll get mad. You know?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Heady play by production right there.
Yeah. Also, while we're talking to production, question for you, because I know at least one of you is listening to this. Did y'all, if you're looking, you need to be on YouTube right now. Did y'all put this truck in the background, this like truck or van in the very background with its headlights on, so this couple would be perfectly backlit? Because I don't think this is just a coincidence. I think this
I
is
saw it.
some high-end Netflix / The Hills. This was like Hills nonsense right here.
This is Laguna Beach right now. Absolutely.
100% Laguna Beach. I'm like, they're like, all right, we're just going to need you just
the
right
rain fall
here. They literally like, you're going to stand right there. They're like, that truck is not, we put the truck there. You're going to see this shot in 4K when you're watching it later, maybe embarrassed, but you're going to think you guys look beautiful. There's no way that was a coincidence. But again, them setting up the temptation light in the house makes me think 100%. They were like, we're going to put a truck on the other side of this fucking bay, lagoon, water situation for a girl mix. On the other side, and just blast the headlights. So these people look beautifully backlit.
Wait, what's a lagoon?
No.
Okay. I don't have any other notes other than I feel like I zoned out a little bit during this episode. There was just a lot of
I think
fluff.
let's call it what it was.
Spade to spade?
You had to come down from the high that was watching Mustache, do all this stuff.
Mohawk.
Same thing. And you blacked out for the rest of this episode.
You're
and
not
it's fine.
wrong. How much more did I miss?
Well, you missed a few conversations that were had. And
Okay.
I wrote down, you know how I know that these men were already out of being in a relationship with the person they were with before showing up? Because both men, full on, with two women, said things like, I really like you. I'm really liking you. Now, if you weren't out before you got there,
What?
I don't think you could be saying these things to someone else, considering you know that they're going to see that. Because that would be incredibly hurtful to say.
And also, we're like a week and a half in?
Yeah, I don't even... That's a good thing. I want a counter.
It would be nice. I feel like if we really focus, we could probably figure it out with like a day or two buffer, because I'm pretty sure that they have days where they all have to like isolate so that the crew can take a break unless they have a rotating crew.
Yeah.
But
And clean the place.
Yeah, I would say we got to be at about a week, between a week
Maybe
and a week
10
and a half.
days. Maybe 10 days,
yeah.
somewhere in that range. I'd love to know kind of what the timeline. We love a timeline here at the number one.
God, we love a timeline.
I just found it. I was just like, oh, two of them are saying this. Like, this is not something you said if you came in. You're like, I really kind of want to make this work, and I don't want to slip up. But I don't think you can go, hey, I'm really starting to like you.
Well, also, now I have a question.
Okay.
And maybe, again, I'm just zoning out when they're having conversations because it's not as entertaining. The last time Big Lots and Natalie hung out, prior to him coming back from the bonfire, was him saying that he didn't want to do this anymore.
Oh, well, yeah. And then I'm pretty sure he took her on the date anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Well, he did take her on the date. But was there ever, again, I might have missed it, but was there ever a conversation where he was like, remember that song I wrote about how I regret having sex with you? I am going back on that.
Well, also, if you're Natalie,
Stunning.
and you're, I mean, it's quite unbelievable. If she walked in here right now, she'd be one of those people you just like can't look at because it's like looking into the sun. Mm-hmm. You'd be like, oh, how are we the same species? But that's neither here nor there. To be at that level of hotness and sleep with somebody while he has a full-on girlfriend, and then literally the next morning has post-nut clarity and is like, hey, listen.
Literally.
Terrible idea. I shouldn't have done that. And she's like, don't worry about it. Play your dumb guitar song. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Queen.
I don't think she's really like, I don't give a fuck. I think a little bit of her is like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
Well, she's kind of gotta, like you really
You have
can't.
to. You're saying it to yourself to be okay. Mm-hmm. And then to like 24 hours later be like, oh, I'm on this date. And he's like, I'm really starting to like you. Be like, excuse me.
Yep.
Because you did that when he brought the new girl in. It's like, I'm not playing this like game of like you trying to make me compete, but yet we're doing it here. And all I have to say is, young love, you got to love it. Young kids don't really know what they're doing, and you got to love it.
I mean, they do know what they're doing. I just think they don't give a shit.
It's another advantage of being hot. It's really another advantage of being
Totally.
hot. And the last thing in this episode that I want to mention is our guy Bree having a full-on conversation with himself and himself alone while he's in bed, and the temptation light goes off. He literally like just, he goes, oh, someone's fucking. Mm-hmm. And he goes, I was about to go to sleep, but God kept me up. And then later goes, like, you can just see the moment his mind changes, and he goes, oh, that's how they must have felt last night.
Yep.
Ugh, this does suck. Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Damn
Well,
it.
and honestly, and we'll get into it in episode 6, it was needed. And
Yeah.
it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night when I finished episode 5. They got me. I
Oh,
had
they
to
got me
start
good.
episode 6. I had to. They didn't tell us who it was, and I am just sitting there going, Mohawk and Ashley, Mohawk and Ashley, Mohawk and Ashley, Mohawk and Ashley. I need it. I need it.
Well, it was obviously down to 2 couples, and I went with Taylor. That was my guess.
You thought it was Taylor and who?
Anyone
Any of them?
at
Any
that
of
point?
the 4 guys that she's into while still
Yeah.
having a boyfriend, kind of,
Yeah.
sort of?
Yeah. No, she's single. She's single.
I
but
guess now
however,
but again, they don't have a conversation. So are you?
Nah.
I mean, I guess it's your decision, but whatever. That's the end of episode 5.
It is.
We will get into episode 6, even though Steven already told you what happened with the
Hey,
flight for episode
hey,
6. Maybe you
hey.
missed it, and you'll want to listen to episode 6.
hey, but if you're, that's fine. It's fine. If you're watching this just on YouTube, remember the next episode is probably up already. So go ahead and play this. It definitely is up. So go ahead and play this. Make sure you subscribe to us. Please, please, please give us a thumbs up. I think people are still doing that.
Sure.
Leave a comment. If you're on the show, just be like, hey, I'm on this show. That'd be a fun comment.
If you're not on the show, tell us who your favorite couple is.
Ooh. We want to see your guys' comments on YouTube being like, yo. Or maybe you have good nicknames for the other people that we should
I would
consider.
love to hear your nicknames. Give us your nicknames. Also, tell us if we're getting anything wrong. I want to argue with you in the comments section. Let's argue.
Yeah, let's argue in the comments about something.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Okay.
That'll be fun.
All right, guys. We'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.